Hi everybody, it's Stephanie Levinston back again to talk to you about creating your very own signature spiritual practice. Did I make that sound attractive enough? Because it's so important. It's so important for all of us to have a spiritual practice. I don't understand. We take care of our bodies, we eat well, we perhaps choose organic foods, we are careful about our nutrition, some of us might be watching calories or carbohydrates, we go to the gym, we work out, we do strength training, we do cardiovascular work, we're concerned about our hearts, we take care of our hair, we use nice products on our skin. We take such great care sometimes of our bodies. We take good care of our minds. We might read, we go to workshops, we go to seminars, we're watching webinars, we're learning constantly, we find mentors, spend time really understanding new information, staying current in our jobs, getting continuing education all the time with our professions, finding out what everyone else is doing and learning how we can up our game. So going to the mind and really trying to open that up more and sharpen our cognitive skills and our understanding of things. We're taking care of the body. We're taking care of the mind. Are we taking care of the spirit? That's the thing that we take with us when we go. The body's going to die. The mind's going to die with it. And then we have the spirit. The one thing that we are bringing with us when we leave Earth is something that we are not, most of us, paying attention to. We're not connecting with it. We're not taking care of it. We're not expanding it. We're not shedding light on it, paying attention to it, helping it to expand and to grow and to inform us. Does that make any sense? It doesn't make any sense to me. So let's talk about creating your signature spiritual practice, because this is not something that needs to be overwhelming. And I think that's why most people avoid doing it, because it feels overwhelming. Sometimes just the word meditate, I avoid using with some of my clients, because it has taken on such a feeling of heaviness, of expectation, of I'm failing it. I can't do meditation right. I can never get my thoughts to stop. And so therefore I'm not meditating. Well, let's do away with that misnomer, that misunderstanding right now, because meditating takes on so many different forms, and you're not failing at it if your thoughts don't stop. Very rarely do our thoughts stop. So if it was the case that we were only successfully meditating if we achieved absence of thought, then yes, we are all failing, miserably failing. But that's not the reality of it. So let's take the word meditation off the table. Let's just call it a spiritual practice. I also sometimes call it a practice of deep listening, because it is only when we get quiet and still enough to deeply listen can we be informed by that inner wisdom, that inner voice that is present to inform us, that is there for us to connect with in order for us to achieve our biggest dreams, our highest aspirations. That is achieved through the connection, through a spiritual practice. And so let's talk about different elements of a spiritual practice. One thing that is important is it is something that needs to be done daily. Now, before you get overwhelmed and turn off the video and say, I don't have time, it can be done daily within a few minutes. It is not something that needs to be done for 20 minutes every single day, although that would be lovely and you can work up to that. But if you have 5 minutes, or even 4, or even 3, you can create a spiritual practice that will create a shift in you that will be profound and you will reap tremendous benefit from. So there goes that misunderstanding that it has to take a lot of time. It doesn't, but it does need to be daily. I highly recommend that the spiritual practice begin first thing in the morning. We tend to jump out of bed, leap into the shower, get breakfast ready for our family, get the kids off to school, get ourselves to work. We hit the ground running so fast that we don't even take a moment to connect with our purpose in that day. And our purpose in each day varies a little bit. In fact, our purpose and our creation in each moment varies a little bit. So upon waking, if you can take those few minutes to sit quietly, find a quiet space to sit. I don't recommend it be your bed. It's better to have a place set aside that is comfortable for you, that is away from chaos, where you're not going to be distracted or disturbed. So if that means you wake up 5 minutes earlier than everybody else in your home, do so. And you go to a place, sometimes my closet is my place. My closet is sometimes the only place of silence and solitude that I can find, and that's okay. I put a cushion on the floor and I just surround myself with my clothing and items, and I go deeply within and I create the possibility for my day to expand in unexpected, wondrous ways from a spiritual practice. So first thing in the morning, get up a little bit earlier, just 5 minutes. Find your spot and go within. We've discussed already 3 elements to a spiritual practice that are truly very foundational. The grounding, centering practice we talked about, the clearing practice we talked about, clearing your energy field, and the connecting. And that is part of your daily spiritual practice. You can run through all of those things, and that is your practice. You can end it there if you want. That's just a few minutes right there where you have set the tone for your day in a completely different way than flying out of your bed and rushing right into all of the many tasks that you have to accomplish, going right to the headspace, which is not, by the way, designed to guide us. The mind is not designed to be a leader. It is designed to be a follower. It is excellent at carrying out tasks that we give it. It is superb at completing things, but it needs to be told what to do. We cannot allow it to guide us because that is where the limitations come in. The mind is not an expansive tool. The spirit is expansive. The spirit is what is meant to guide us, to lead us in a centered, wholehearted, fully well-lived life. So let the spirit, which you are cultivating and connecting with powerfully in your signature spiritual practice of just a few minutes a day, let the spirit inform the mind, guide, lead the mind in what to do. And let your mind do what it's designed to do, which is to carry out tasks, to execute. Let it execute your tasks. But don't let it be your guide, because it will mislead you. It's not built for being your guide. So that's enough for now, I think. Committing yourself to a daily spiritual practice is something that will have profound effects on you. I can't even begin to tell you what those will be. You will have to be the witness to those. But I do hope that you will share them. Share the magic that's coming towards you with this spiritual practice. You may find that when you are quiet and in that place, that spiritual connection, that you receive messages, that you may receive a word or a phrase or a feeling, or a person may come into your field of awareness, and you may not know what that is about. You can write it down, you can try to capture it somehow, and just pay attention. Because when we connect to spirit, that is when we open up the portal of light, of possibility, of endless, I call it magic, that we are all of us destined for. And you can tell I get very excited about this stuff. So share with me in this excitement. Share your amazing experiences, your surprises as you embark on this amazing signature spiritual journey that's your very own. I would love to hear about it. You can post to my Facebook page, Stephanie Levinston Intuitive Channel. I would love to share in the joy and amazing changes and shifts that you experience just by dedicating and honoring your beautiful spirit.